How's it going, everyone? This is JD, Child of Phoenix. January 27th, around 6 p.m. at night, actually a little after. They've been talking about coronavirus all day long. Now we have a confirmed case here in Arizona. We have a confirmed case in Washington as well. What I think is odd about the whole situation is we have each of these people that are confirmed cases. Now, if somebody has the coronavirus, chances are, dropped my charger cord. Chances are that, sorry about that, folks. Chances are they're not the only ones that are infected with this. They didn't just magically get it. It didn't just drop from the sky, land in their mouth, and now they're sick. They also released a report from China. 56 million or so people are on lockdown quarantine. With that being said, that's a lot of fucking people. That's like 1/6 of our entire population. So basically divide the whole continent of USA, divide that into 6, and take 1/6 of that, and that's how many people are locked down. But that is a lot of fucking people to lock down. They're not allowed to leave their houses. They're not allowed to do shit. Hopefully those people had some food in their house. Because if not, that has an opportunity to get pretty shitty. Another thing, too, people need to take into consideration is that China is not very humane. There's no civil rights. There's none of that stuff. China is a very overbearing government. Ours is too in some ways, but nothing in comparison to what China is. They also released a report saying that there's, I want to say, right around 4,000 cases, 4,000 cases that have not been confirmed. There's something like 2,500 that are infected, and out of those 2,500, they said 86 have died. Now, here's the weird part, is only like 51 or 52 healed up from it. So looking at those statistics right there, that's over a 50% kill ratio, all right? Well over 50%, probably closer to 60 to 63% kill ratio. The probability of that information really being accurate, I probably wouldn't put money on it. But China doesn't give two shits about its people. It really, really doesn't. If you guys ever watch any of the documentaries, look at the Walmart documentary. People have actually referred to, if you shop at Walmart, you're basically a slave owner, because those people work 90 to 100 hours a week, and in their facilities they actually had to put suicide nets around the facility because people were jumping off and killing themselves. Did China's government shut them down? Did China's government intervene and say, stop making these people work so hard? No, they did not. One of the individuals on the documentary I saw actually had to write an apology for using their hairdryer 15 seconds too long. That's how strict they are. To me, it sounds like it's stricter than the prisons here in the United States. But the gist of that is they really don't care about their people. Another thing, too, I find kind of odd is where the outbreak originated from. The outbreak originated from, or in the same area as, the place that has the copyright on the coronavirus. So either it got out somehow from people not being sanitary, or it was purposefully let out. Me, personally, I think if anything would have happened, it would have been accidental. Just because anybody with any type of intelligence that looks into things says, oh shit, this company has a trademark on the coronavirus. Oh shit, the outbreak happened right where the facility is. It's their fault. So right there, I would probably guess if something happened, it wasn't a malicious act. It was probably an accident. But my main thing is, it was really weird how they had the swine Ebola going through, and now they have the Ebola virus going through. or not Ebola, I'm sorry, the coronavirus. So these people have been getting hit with nasty shit. This is completely different than a situation I had a couple days ago with my buddy Chris about things to watch for before shit hits the fan. I made up a name, Bob, and I use that as an example. Let's say Bob, okay? Bob works an 8-hour-a-day job, lucky fucker. Comes home, cracks open a beer, puts the TV on, maybe says hi to his kids and stuff like that, messes around with them for a little bit, but basically just kicks back on the couch, or maybe goes to the gym and then goes home, or whatever the case may be. He's got food in the refrigerator. He's got entertainment sitting there in front of him. Bob's living large. Even if Bob's not making a ton of money, he's got food in the fridge, a roof over his head, his kids, all that other stuff. Now, here's the thing. If we go into a serious war with China, Iran, North Korea, and Russia, if you don't think the draft is going to kick in, you're nuts. Absolutely nuts. I don't see this scenario being what causes everything to jump off. The reason for it is because, once again, Bob is living high on the hog. All right? Do you think if you went to Bob right now and said, hey, Bob, I need you to get up off your ass, grab this gun, and I need you to go to this foreign country, and there's about a 80% chance next time your kids see you, you're going to be in a box. Bob's going to tell you, go fuck yourself. I am not doing that. I am not, no, fuck that. Doesn't matter what country it is or what he stands for. He is not going to do that. But if you make Bob hurt, not for a short period of time, but for a long period of time, make Bob hurt, fuck his kids up, starve them, whatever the case may be, and really make his life miserable, snatch that roof up from under his head, yank that food out of his refrigerator, take that beer away from him, Bob's going to start getting pissed. Unless Bob has a man bun and wears skinny jeans, then he's probably going to go try to find himself a real man. Anyways, what needs to happen is people need to hurt. People need to feel a sting. All right? Now, there's a good possibility, very good possibility, in my mind, so take it with a grain of salt, that the reason why China is doing these lockdowns of their people is to get their people to hurt, to get them to feel the pain. Same thing with the swine virus, the Ebola swine crap. China's making their people hurt. They fucked with their food. Now they're fucking with their movement. And if you think our media is a sack of shit, which it is, their media is a million times worse. Million times worse. So all it takes, they're basically pissing off 56 million people right now. And their relatives. So let's bring it up to 80 million in total that they're affecting. Scaring the shit out of. Telling people are dying. This is da. Then they come out and say, this was an attack from the United States. They did this to us. They just made us suffer. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know how you say Bob in Chinese. Bob. I don't know. My Chinese accent sucks. But I don't know how you say Bob in China, but Bob in China is going to be pissed, especially if a couple of his kids die, family members die, stuff like that. And those people have an unbelievable amount of loyalty to their families and culture. The United States doesn't anymore. There is no United States culture, really. There is, but it's dying off. Everything is at war with it, which I've talked about in previous videos. So right now, China's making its people hurt. Now we have the cases here in Washington and Arizona. Now that's pretty spread out. That's like almost 2,000 miles of distance spread out, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 miles. I wouldn't be surprised if the next few cases actually come from the Midwest or the East Coast. If I see that happen within the next couple of days, then it kind of tells you there's other stuff going on. And I don't need to get into detail about that. I'm pretty sure you guys can put the pieces of the puzzle together. But I think this right here is the beginning of some pain for the U.S. The next one will be the food shortages, which if you guys have been keeping any eye on the rain we had earlier last year, where it rained for like 3 weeks straight, flooded all the Midwest, ruined tons of fields, all sorts of stuff for farmers, completely ruined their property. All right, killed off a bunch of cows. That's why you notice a little bit of a spike in beef costs at the grocery store. Australia was also hit with crazy rain right around that same period of time, and they lost something like 500,000 head of cattle. We lost like 150 to 200,000 cows. That's a lot of fucking cows. For you tree huggers out there, it should make you happy that cows aren't farting as much. I'll tell you what, I'll smell a cow fart to have a steak. I'll tell you that right now. So with the beginning of us hurting, one of the things I was telling Chris to watch out for is watch the fuel prices. The fuel prices are going to be the first sign that something serious is getting ready to crack off. The reason for it, that affects everybody. Everybody. I don't care how much money you got, whatever the case may be. It goes up to $5 a gallon like it did prior to the recession. And I told my lady at the time that, hey, something bad's coming. And she thought I was nuts. Sure enough, the recession hit. So you want to look for little things that kind of get the cattle spooked. Those of you that have been around cows or sheep or anything like that, you get them nervous and you light off a firecracker and they're just fucking running. They don't know which way they're going. They don't know what way they're running, but they're getting the fuck out of Dodge. So I firmly believe that you're going to see some pain. Then they're going to spook the cows. And then all of a sudden, boom, firecracker is going to go off. Everybody's going to be running. After the running kind of slows down, here come the fingers pointing at the issue. So with this coronavirus, I've been sick for like the past 2.5 weeks now. Started feeling good around Wednesday, Thursday. Friday rolled around, started feeling like shit again. Felt like shit pretty much all weekend, and now I'm still feeling like shit. Just drained this weekend more than anything, and today I actually think I was starting to get fevers and stuff again. But there's already a bad flu bug going on out here, and I don't think it's the coronavirus. If it is, sweet, I lived through it. I ain't catching that shit again. But just keep your eyes open. Watch for weird little things going on, and by all means, stockpile up some food. 3 B's: beans, bullets, and Band-Aids. You want to make sure to have those things. If not, you're not going to be ready or be prepared, and actually do some studying on stuff. Once you do that, you'll be good to go. This is JD, Child of Phoenix. Talk to you later.